Okay, we are back to play more Horizon, Breaking Dawn. No, why do I keep saying that? No, Zero Dawn. Oh my gosh. This is not the first time. My cat is being a bit annoying today, so I am trying to get him to just stay right here. You're good right here. Yes, you are. And just lay down and be okay. Anyways, wish me luck on, because the device is being a bit finicky today. I might have to restart it a few times. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay. But... oh, what? Is there a... oh, yeah, no, I'd warped to this. I guess we can just go to Sunville. One last thing. Nope, that's Chinese keyboard. I already did my Duolingo, so we're good. Wait. There we go. Okay. My shirt's always kind of down. That's not my fault. Okay. Where am I now? Oh, I have to rappel down again. Yeah, you're good. Would you rather be on my lap? Hmm? Hmm? There he is. Okay, now. Oop. Okay. We're good. Just, you know. What are you doing? Hmm? Do I even have any grass to begin to hide in? Okay, I don't like this area. But okay.
Sunfall,
That startles me.
the Mad King Duran's summer palace. A bulwark of card your might against the howling forbidden west.
Thanks for the history lesson.
but they have no idea what lies beneath.
So long, sometimes I forget we used
We
to
will
live
learn much
among
from
them.
this, Aloy.
That's what I'm
Perhaps
hoping.
Jerome was right. Perhaps if the priests made more blood sacrifices, the sun might grant us favor.
Oh, jeez.
He's a traitor?
This person?
She's very pale. Is she unwell?
Yes,
No, it is.
she's a fighter, but the fever on her won't lift. It only burns hotter. Her name is Shiana, my sister.
Isn't there anyone in Sunfall who can help?
We're refugees. We know our place. And there's only one healer in the territory. He's difficult. His soul is in shadow.
His soul is in shadow.
Galiv. That's him. He's very clever, but he has little care for people. Perhaps the desert scoured it all away. Perhaps he was always like that. Either way, I know he won't help us.
Well, I'll see about that. Where would I find him?
Last I heard, he was patching up soldiers at Blazon Arch. Another border battle.
By the sun, the exile has been hard on the old-timers.
I'll
I
keep
heard
the
another
moon from
one
your
passed
brow.
in the night.
Is the ceasefire going to put more food on our tables? I very much doubt it.
Do you want?
All these Outlander mercenaries have a mean look about them. Were I a traitor, I'd be pretty
What are
uneasy.
you doing? I can't.
Weird disappearances?
There you go. He's not much for sitting on laps unless you have a blanket on you. So, dude, maybe he'll be calmer
I used to think you
now.
got bad dreams from eating bad food.
You're good.
But what do you blame your nightmares on when you're starving?
Blades for hire sneaking around, sniffing out disloyalty. Sort of makes me anxious.
I bid you welcome.
I suppose the priesthood and the nobles think they deserve to have more than the rest of us.
Bed is kind of really messy. Okay.
I never thought I'd miss farming.
Keep giving him so
Oh,
much
Imagine
food,
us
and he's like, I
starved
don't want
and
any of it.
weeping, laying siege to Meridian.
But he keeps being like, I want food, and everything I give him, he's like, not that, not that, not that. I've given you like everything we have, and you don't want it. That's not my fault.
By the sun, the exile has been hard on the old-timers.
I think these disappearances are a blessing. It's the sun drawing the faithful out of misery.
Okay.
Come take a look. I'll give you a good price.
The Sun Ring. Proud tradition of the cult.
It's not replacing Meridian. At least.
Every time, I'm sure they miss it. Now we get to see if your attack on their focus network was entirely successful.
What are you talking about? Did I crash the network or not?
Success. Welcome to the Citadel, Aloy. I'll check back with you in a moment. In the meantime, circulate.
Word is that the Outlanders are only here to weed out traitors. So at least I'm safe.
Outlanders! If you want to hear about today's bounties, head for the throne room. You're not going to make any shards by standing out here. Filthy mercenary bottom feeders.
I'll take the shards, even if it means having to listen to Bahamut.
I hear the Shadow Cards are looking for one of their own.
Should pay well.
Ow. I don't know where you're going. There's like no space on the bed. He's so annoying. Yes, mister. What? You gotta tell me you want out, but... It's just me. Okay. Be fine if I didn't have my bed completely covered in a bunch of crap that I wanted to sort through. Because he might stay on my bed if I didn't have everything on it. But since I do, he's like, there's just no spot for him to stay. Unless I got things moved, but I think things would just end up falling. Okay, he's eating the dry food. Maybe he'll come back over to me after. We'll see. He's just being so picky today.
It just doesn't make...
You know, usually this... Oh, okay, sometimes.
I trust you can at least pretend to respect your betters.
By the glory of the sun revealed. Behold, radiant Edaman, the one true Sun King, the light in shadow, whose will is light and whose light is law!
I command Lucius Bahavas to speak in my behalf.
By the will of radiant Edaman does the sun glare down mercilessly upon the traitor Uthid. To the hunter who brings his head to us shall go a bounty of 500 shards.
More prisoners than royalty, don't you think? Love your hair.
Not only did the wretch conspire to
You and I need to chat, little huntress. The green tent down in Shadowside? I'll be waiting.
Kinda busy.
And in doing so, demonstrated wanton disregard for the safety
We both know
of
you're
the
no killer for
king's
hire.
subjects.
Uthid is innocent. So come see me while there's still time to save him.
So, the way in I spoke of is right behind you.
You've got to be kidding.
Not at all. And you needn't worry about the Kestrels. They'll be too busy acting important to pay attention to you.
First
Move
time
along.
in the Citadel, gotta see the sun ring from on high.
But the Kestrels...
Ha! They want us to... See this, boy? It makes quite an impression.
Hello. I had my mic off. Sorry.
Here, this ceasefire
This is insane.
Avad's a murderer
Hardly.
after all. Are we to take him at his word?
If you're gonna watch some
You
slaughter,
underestimate the
this
ease
is
of
the
hiding
place
in
to
plain
do it.
sight.
I don't like heights.
You worry me, boy.
Wait, where is she? better now? Hmm? Hmm? Do you get some food? Huh? Are you happier now? Hmm? Probably not. Do you want on my lap or do you want to stay there? Kitty. Yes, I have my cat here. He's being a bit of a butt though. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Look at him. Okay, I'll sit crisscross and see how long it takes for my feet to fall asleep. Oh, I can't really. This blanket is not. Just throw it over him. Do you want under it? Okay. There you are. Make up your mind. Here we go. Okay.
You worry me.
I know I shouldn't say.
Yeah, okay. What are you doing now?
They call it a ceasefire, but the usurpers are starving us out, plain and simple. Have faith, my friend. I didn't think that woman was old enough to catch her death from chill. Sun and shadow.
Where'd that woman be at?
I serve the Sun King's command to protect all its people. Karja and Oseram alike.
Stay sharp. Only the finest good.
Yes. Hmm?
I used to walk by the same old man every morning, but I haven't seen him today.
The food is from Dowager Queen Nasadi, little ones. Her Highness knows times are hard and helps when she can. Eat, but bring some home for your families, if you have one. I've heard whispers about you. Rides machines, fancy spear, delightful freckles. Some even say you have a conscience. How extraordinary.
Who are you? You're obviously not one of the Shadow Karja.
My name is Vanasha. For now, all you need to know is that I'm a whisper of reason in this howling pit of insanity.
I know how that feels.
I'm sure you do. And so does Uthid. He's a good man, so naturally the Shadow Karja want to murder him. I've done some digging, and I think he's headed for the Green Climb. It won't take those mercenaries long to find him. He could use some help, if you're so inclined.
How do you know Uthid is innocent?
I'm excellent at making inquiries. Look, he feeds orphans from his own rations and personally punishes anyone who hurts the old or infirm. The idea that he would try to kill Edaman is ridiculous. He must have found something that can embarrass the priesthood. Otherwise, Bahavas wouldn't risk marking such a well-regarded man for death.
Stop being evasive and tell me who you really are.
Stop being evasive? You might as well tell me to stop being charming. It's impossible, but I like you, so I'll tell you a secret. I have friends in Meridian, and I like to do favors for them when I can. Uthid might be of use to them, if he survives.
Welcome. Yeah, I never pay attention to what time people join, but maybe it is the earliest you've joined.
What makes you think he's on the green climb?
He knows he'll be pursued, so he needs a hideout that's both familiar and defensible. He once single-handedly held off an entire bandit clan in those foothills. My guess is that he'll fall back on what worked before.
Detail. My cat's here. Oh, okay.
I'll do what I can for Uthid. But what about you?
What about me what?
What will you do while I risk my life?
Useful things, little huntress. Look for 3 dead trees south of Sunfall. They mark the start of the green climb. Good luck.
How are you doing? Okay. Make my way back up here then. What? No, I just... to mark the... Oh my gosh. He's not going to... There.
Starvation
What are you doing? What you doing, mister? It's just under my desk. I guess usually I have the stool under there.
I shudder to think what sort of work the savages have been doing for Bahavas.
Okay, back to where it was. Oh, that's not the right way. Up here.
How could Earth betray us now, when his support is so sorely needed?
When I
Am
think
I
of loyal,
going that way or this way?
I thought of Uthid.
This way.
He can't have just been working it.
Just do as you're told and stay out of our way.
I'm still going down.
The ceasefire? It's a nice idea, but what's the point? It won't bring us home.
The balustrade. It's a short drop from there.
This way? Can I jump on these? Yes. No. Well, kind of. That was strange. But sure. Wait, what? Am I on the wrong side? What? Is there a way out of this? Okay.
The other side of the tower. Look for a vent.
I see you've been here before.
Obviously. Now, it's very important that you hear what I'm about to say.
What do you...
I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return. Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully committed, equipped, and focused. No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace. I won't tolerate whining. Is that clear?
You'll tolerate what I give you, Sounds. I didn't ask you along for the
Are you
ride.
gonna stay here? Okay, you laid down. Right here. Yes, you did. Yeah, you're gonna lay here? Huh? I hope so. Oh, your ears are warm. Oh, he's feeling his ears. A lot of times they're cold, though. Okay, got some teriyaki rice. Did I drop something on him? I don't even know what happened there. I really freaked out there. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah. What is it? My parents are home, so I might let him out. But he's just gonna go and annoy them because he's not gonna want any of the food that we've been giving him. But at least then I can focus on the game. Just realized I haven't taken my vitamins yet. I take a lot of them. If you saw them in my arm just now. Got 5 different kinds. We got some fish oil. We got calcium. We got vitamin D. We got iron. And then ashwagandha. Which might be the one that... Where did the sound go? cute kitty. Kitty's gone though. Sorry. Are you a kitty though? I don't think you are. I really don't know. I'm just looking at Is she a cat or a bunny? I've never really was certain on that. No, she must be like Hello Kitty, and she's actually a little girl. So there's my fish oil. Having fun with the emojis, huh? Calcium. Vitamin D3, which is very important for me. Oh, that's the one that has a Osho, whatever you want to call it. Without that one, I just feel so much like always tense up. And then iron. This one has a different texture than the rest. It's more gummy. Versus the other ones that are just really easy to chew. So I take it last. Like, I haven't had these jeans that long. Cats can, like, you know, pull the little white part out in the jeans. I got this little white part hanging. I want to push it in. Because if I don't, it'll bug me. I'm so sorry for taking a while. Not sorry enough to not do it this, but yeah. There we go. That's on the inside. That's much better. It would have continued to annoy the heck out of me. I still see a little bit, but that's way much better. Okay. Okay. Now here we go.
I'm heading down.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure. As year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Probably.
Hold for identiscan.
Looks like the cord's always pulled. and then I hear like a...
Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. 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 Malfunction.
Kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Sobeck here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this tour!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Emergency venting authorized.
I underestimated you. See, by now,
Guess you can't have everything.
that will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now, will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
All right.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
Are you really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
I will. There's a text file. Another incident. Wait, am I missing one? Another incident from lounge staff to admin. Subject, another incident. This morning's unfortunate incident with Dr. Popovich is another example of reception's need for additional support. We appreciate that Zero Dawn is an immensely complicated project, but as the staff who serve on the front line, we're tired of being neglected. As we have already requested, we need human translators, fluent in Polish for example, security staff who can subdue enraged embryologists for example, and dermal sedatives to calm persons who are screaming in Polish while hurling chairs and vases at reception staff, for example. Yes, most of the candidates are reasonably calm and well-behaved, but we need help handling the exceptions to that rule. Please respond. We need support too. From reception staff to admin. We need support too. Reception staff continues to require additional support managing ZD candidates while they arrive at the facility. Many are frightened or confused. Some are highly agitated. These are not the sort of persons who are accustomed to having information withheld from them. At minimum, we need human translators. The Langbots are not sufficient. And mild sedatives for the extreme cases. Any and all support would be welcome. Perhaps you could start by responding to one of these mails. Whoops. Oh, yeah. Is that it, Amir? Okay, moving on. Someone together, thank you. Okay, now we can open this door.
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
A smaller room.
Reception.
No space.
What would I not have space for? Oh, health. Okay. as usual. Okay, what do we got here? Restock, or else. From lounge staff to admin, restock, or else. For the 5th time, please restock the lounge's selection of herbal teas. If I have to listen to one more egghead throwaway tantrum because we're out of the organic cucumber mint or blackberry sage varietals, I am going to lose it. Please respond, and this time no tempest in a teapot or steep demand jokes, okay? Workplaces, am I right? Okay, this one over here as well. Soundproofing. From lounge staff to admin. Subject, soundproofing. Would it be possible to improve the soundproofing between VR1 and the lounge area? Most of the candidates stay quiet during the presentation, but the ones who scream or sob can be plainly heard by candidates waiting their turn in the lounge. Just a thought.
Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose of...
What was this place?
A holographic theater.
ZD-01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Oh, here we go.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Helis, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret superweapons program, the technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a superweapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. And here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating. Waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. Zero Day. The day that life on Earth ceases to exist is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Helis, out.
That doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it. Kestrels. They got in. Through the vents.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? Tomb?
Don't think I can shoot while crouching. I don't have any place to like hide, huh? Okay, let me start marking them. Let's see. Is it just 3? That's what I see right now. That guy's gonna be the most annoying, but
neither is it hers.
okay. Oh, what? Didn't realize that accidentally.
Is accurate, yes.
So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't...
Oh, no, I just want to play it, but...
Is accurate, yes.
So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people, they feed off them?
Not just people, all organic matter.
Every living thing, dissolved into nutrients. Millennia of evolution, liquefied. The miracle of life reduced to bloody biofuel.
In a word, yes.
Who did this? Pharaoh? That arsehole. Is he here?
No, Doctor. Please.
Tell him Tom Pake wants a word. Now, get off! Get off!
Doctor, please.
You get Ted Pharaoh in here!
Okay. Not what I was going for, though. I just want to kill these guys. Figure out a good spot with which to do that.
Hey, what was that?
There we go. Nice. One first shot, too. Go take care of the other guy.
Calm.
A corpse!
Not gonna die.
Doesn't kill me.
I just worried about that guy having that Esther thing. Oh, I can't get through there. Let's try.
This will be it.
Dang it.
Let this impale the enemy!
Close. Let's see you try and use that thing. Oh, he's got There we go.
We're too close to let tribal primitives stop us now. The data points, what do they contain?
Somebody's impatient. But yes.
You previously worked for Pharaoh Automated Systems.
On the Chariot Line self-replication routines? I came here thinking this was a rendition. When your people took me, I thought, about time. I've been trying to swallow the guilt every day since...
Would you like to take a moment?
No, I really hoped Zero Dawn was a way to undo it all. My work. And I'm sorry to say I was ever proud of it, but Ted could really sell a concept, and in the labs, in the light of creation, that first test run, when you saw they understood their own structures, could rebuild themselves from memory and light, there were no limits. God, there were no limits.
Want to discuss?
Whew. So Mama, she was right.
Pardon?
My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bible serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations. Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words, it was always end times this and lake of fire that on account of sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke?
A tobacco cigarette.
Sorry, darling. My tastes run classic. Compliments to your team tracked me down. Been a price on my head 18 months now. Sterling Malkeet was me, don't mind admitting. Been plenty of snakesters chasing the bounty, too. But I kept the zigging to their zag. How'd you finger me?
I believe Dr. Sobek listed you as an alpha candidate. Priority snatch and grab.
Always suspected she had a little thing for me.
I don't remember.
Hey, I don't suppose you got real coffee in this place.
So I think he
You know, blood coffee? Conflict cappuccinos?
Mr. Tate, I'm clearing you to proceed. Just go.
Yeah, we did accept him. I think he is the asshole in this whole... Other than, you know, Ted Farrow. If I remember right, Travis is right up there.
With Suzanne Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't,
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
Nothing the General said, not really. I was on the Syzygy East Response Team in 2051, just after the second earthquake compromised the reactor. I still dream about it, after all these years. The red zone spreading on the imaging, slowly, so slowly, like a hand opening its fingers.
Your involvement in that event is why you were asked for by name.
Really? That's interesting. Because nothing worked. Nothing could grow there again. It was a catastrophic failure. But the red zone is a blip compared to global-scale biomass reduction. The biosphere and hydrosphere will collapse, render the Earth uninhabitable long before the robots finish us. Enduring victory can't buy time against that. So, you'd better show me what Zero Dawn really is.
One I gotta read. Let me... It's getting cold. I could put a coat on, or I can use a blanket. I might opt for the blanket. because it's cool looking. Okay, that's all that matters and everything. Okay. Counselor Guidelines 1. I feel like it's just getting loose. For debriefing after presentation 1, candidates must be allowed to ask questions and be given the necessary time to fully absorb the information they have received. It is important to be aware that candidates have just been exposed to triggers for severe mental and emotional trauma. Do not assume silence or outward calmness indicates acceptance. It is essential to stress that all other options for combating the pharaoh plague and preserving the continuation of human life have been considered and found unworkable. Communicate this fact calmly, but clearly and firmly. Familiarize yourself with data on the catastrophic environmental impact of nuclear engagements versus the swarm, Addendum B, and unfeasibility of maintaining life in orbital, lunar, or undersea structures, Addenda C1, C2, C3, so that you can counter candidates' objections in depth. If a candidate asks for time alone to review supplementary information, allow this without hesitation. Be sure to inform security personnel so the candidate can be monitored for attempts at self-harm. Candidates should only be cleared to proceed to presentation 2 if you believe their mental state is sufficiently stable. Note that real-time support will be available via your focus. Security and medical crisis teams are data corrupted. Is there one that oh yeah, I did them automatically. I'm missing one up there. Okay. Oh, that's the dude that I killed. Okay. Is there anything else? So where did we? Oh. Audio file.
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we couldn't negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, U.S. Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Hera said. So then, you did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
Look, let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious. And it's not gonna fly. I mean, literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since '57? That went nowhere real slow. And you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
To be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of embryonics. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, all right?
If you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock. No one's getting off.
Medical. There is some mistake. I don't understand why I was brought here. Why would you show me these things?
I know that there's already a lot to take in.
In the waiting area, I was seated with a Nobel laureate in biophysics and a monk, I think. He spoke neither English nor Mandarin. It is very strange. And General Helis? What was he talking about? The robot swarm, the Pharaoh plague? I understand it is terrible. But it really cannot be stopped? Why tell us this? There are people in Shanghai, my friends, my family. They have joined Operation Enduring Victory already. It is for nothing? We will all die?
We're going to be able to answer some of these questions.
I just want to know why I am here. It doesn't make sense to me.
You were brought here because of your skill set.
No, that can't be right. I am an art historian. I know Dutch masters, Japanese calligraphy, Gerhard Richter. What does that matter now?
Wait, what did the other... We did that other thing go? Oh, we just went to this way, I think. I don't know. I'm confused. Yeah, okay. Didn't put me where that I couldn't already get to, I think.
CD02 data intact. Initiating playback.
Elizabeth Sobek.
You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Helis talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world, and most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
The whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes. By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life. For us. But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a pharaoh robot? Why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the archive of knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
Alright. Make your selection. You are now in possession of information regarding the true nature and purpose of Project Zero Dawn, classified far above top secret. As such, we regret that you cannot be allowed to leave this facility. There are 3 options available to you at this point. Please consider each carefully. Trained counselors are standing by to assist you in making your choice. 1. Participation. You will be assigned to a sub-project team based on your area of expertise. You should be aware that the way forward will be difficult and the project's outcome is uncertain. You will be expected to work a minimum of 80 hours per week, and your communications with family members will be strictly limited and monitored in real time. Upon successful completion of the project, you and your immediate family, or 2 persons of your choosing, will be transferred to the Elysium sealed habitat to live out the remainder of your natural lives. 2. Indefinite detention. Should you choose to decline participation in Project Zero Dawn, you will be confined indefinitely. You will be given 48 hours to reconsider, after which your decision to refuse participation will be considered irrevocable. Every reasonable effort will be made to make your term of confinement as comfortable as possible, but you will not be permitted contact with the outside world, and death within 18 months due to the Pharaoh Plague is inevitable. When the Zero Dawn facility is abandoned, detainees who wish not to opt for medical euthanasia will be released. 3. Medical euthanasia. The information you have just received understandably calls into question the purpose of continuing to live. If you would prefer to end your life at this point, pain-free medical euthanasia is available. A 48-hour waiting period is required, during which time you may instead opt for participation or confinement. Please notify a counselor when you are ready to make your choice, or if you have further questions. It's so heavy, man. Oh, right down there. Okay. Oh, text file. Okay. Counselor guidelines. For a debriefing after presentation 2, it is vitally important that candidates choose to participate in Project Zero Dawn voluntarily and knowingly, without additional coercion and without value judgment on the part of the counselor. Confirm for candidates that they were selected due to their skill sets and accomplishments. Emphasize that their dedicated participation in Zero Dawn will increase the project's chances of success. Frame participation in Zero Dawn as an opportunity to respond actively in the face of an overwhelming threat. Candidates may question the fairness of their selection, validate such objections as normal, even admirable responses, emphasize the value of candidates' expertise to the future, not just of humanity but terrestrial life as a whole. Likewise, candidates may balk at the morality of extending their lifespans and those of loved ones beyond 0 day. Validate their hesitation. Knowledge that, while the reward of Elysium is not fair, it will be earned. If possible, redirect their ethical misgivings toward greater commitment to the project. When candidates challenge the plausibility of Project Zero Dawn, permit them to review. Why does it put a dash? I'm so used to the word review not having a dash. Made me say it weird. To review Dr. Sobek's presentation as many times as they wish, and allow access to supplemental articles, GO1 through P20. Allow them to suspend the interview to fully process this documentation. A significant minority of candidates will elect for medical euthanasia. It is important to receive this decision kindly and without judgment. Advise them of the 48-hour waiting period. Where was I at? During which counselors will be available to discuss their decision. Emphasize that euthanasia will not occur without repeated consent when the procedure is scheduled to take place. No one will be euthanized against her or his will. Candidates who elect indefinite detention must be informed that they have 48 hours to reverse their decision, after which the decision... Data corrupted. Okay. Need one here. Audio.
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves that we're cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. A better at competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. It's just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom. I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be, atonement.
If you're still nauseous. No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this. But the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no. No, life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timo. Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock? You'd grow old together, with your loved ones, in safety. I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family? I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized. A habitat capable of sustaining a starting base of 2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years. I knew it. I just couldn't bring myself to say the words. I'm sorry. Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over. I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which
guarantee to make sure I behave this time?
Security. For your protection. Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure. I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my old man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. This kind of blue skying, it's... Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here. What are you... You don't... Get your hands off me!
Why this is here? Maybe just because to make it more realistic, because there'll be things that medicine right here.
Need them soon enough.
That's what I was wondering.
Intruder! Get her! It's a girl!
Whatever you do, don't die now.
That's so many. Just three. Oh my gosh. Why are they all?
This is not a warning. The word of shadow.
Gosh. Three of them shooting those gun things at me. Is this that same spot?
Alert. Confinement block inaccessible.
Just want to use.
Intruder! Get her!
About to get loud.
Whatever you do, don't die now.
Okay.
In Edelman's name!
Do I just need to run at them? Like...
What else you got?
Okay. Can't even...
For the Radiant Edelman!
Should I have... That's what I want.
Let this...
I don't even think that either.
For the right...
Okay, screw it.
May this crush the enemy!
I've done this before. Just stay my focus.
Bad! Call me good! Call me good! Bleed before the sun! Bad! Blood! Something broke! Bad! Can't take another! Call me good!
I get him. Okay. Oh, yeah, I don't care about that anyway. Oh, here.
My turn.
That's not what I wanted. Audio file.
Zero Dawn. It is art, in a way. An expression on the grandest scale. But there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Sauvé? Christina Sauvé?
Yes. I met a man, another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now. And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair. Not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art. Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in the future, not perish into oblivion. This opportunity, I must do this.
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor? Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Hey, look, Mom, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? Extinction? That's natural. Zero Dawn? No, ma'am, that ain't. Heck, it's so unnatural to be called an abomination back home, and you know it. That's why you're hiding it. Meanwhile, my little honey of a counselor, she's munching the inside of her cheek. Bad habit. She chewed one of her nails, too, just one. Not your day, was it, little sweet pea? Saw her quota slipping away. Said, I assume you intend to decline the assignment, Mr. Tate. You kidding me? 18 months hard labor in exchange for 30 years lounging around Elysium watching porn? Sign me up.
That guy's trouble.
I hashed it out with them, what the point of Artemis was. I made it clear I wasn't on board for a global zoo. We haven't exactly proved ourselves to be great custodians in the past few thousand years. So the idea of a reconstituted biosphere, well, it's horrifying, isn't it? A complete horror show. We have no right to take a best guess at this stuff. But the alternative? Nothingness. For there to have been all this and then nothing. And with Charles Ronson running the show, I respect him. He's got a passion to him. He's hot-blooded.
Here we go.
So I said I'll do it.
Another one of these.
I'll put my all
Need to
into
find the
this,
right configuration.
literally. When the project is done, I'll take the medical option, thank you. Counselor said I might change my mind. I told him that he didn't know me very well then.
Missing.
For life's
Maybe
sake,
there's a storage area
I'll do
nearby.
the dirty work. But I want no part of this pathetic, attenuated future on offer. I'm an outdoors man. Never did like the feel of solid-state lighting on my skin. And a wee bit of a claustrophobe, anyway.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
Is it this one that's supposed to be backwards, or the other one? I still need to find a battery for that, though. Oh, you can see that one's upside down first. But this one, did this one show upside down? No. Left. Down and right.
Done. I should check the door nearby.
Oh no, I need to fix that one first. I think. Oh, maybe not. Maybe the battery behind here.
Found one. Looks intact.
Is that all? Oh, can I jump down? Oh, might need to go that way. There's also something up there. A supply crate. I feel like I want to go check that out.
I'd have to ditch something. That should do the trick. Now let's get that door open.
Just said it was upside down. Backwards. Up. Right. Oh, wait. And down.
That did it. Door should have power.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
Wait, what? Where? Oh, here.
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. Second floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
Ouch. I guess I ran out of those health potions and I was not paying attention. My foot is asleep. Yeah, like
She's just one savage. How much of a threat can she be?
Eyes on me, brothers!
Ah, gosh darn it. What did kill the two though? That was The other time I was able to duck right away, now I can't. Now my foot's asleep. This is very distracting.
The sun can't save you now.
Like, give me a place to... That guy's almost dead, so...
Push out!
Back up!
Disappeared.
I'm right here.
No!
Okay. There's just 3 of them, right? Oh, there's more than just 3. Only 3 had chased me. Okay. How are you doing? I'm good. How are you? I mean, I think I'm good. Bit hard to say that for certain.
Where'd you go?
Let's see if I can lower them back.
She's still here!
Don't mind me.
Found him!
Oop. Man.
Get under some cover!
Come on, that guy's not dead yet. Ugh. Happened with my thing there. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Dang it.
You...
There we go.
They're giving up.
Gone. Let them run while they can.
Really need to get that leader strike ability. I think. I only have 2 available. I have to unlock that one before I can get that leader strike one though.
She's here! Oh!
Close.
That's the last of them.
Alert. H1 structural failure. Repeat.
Or not.
located.
You won't survive this.
Room's clear.
Won't survive
For a moment, anyway.
Then get moving. You have to find Gaia.
Alert. Area inaccessible. Elevators non-operational. Stairwells have collapsed.
That's not really a problem for us.
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. You probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. Waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots, and not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulations, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies. Her designs aren't about to win the Liam Prize anytime soon, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes, time to get started. Let's do this.
I don't get it.
Which part? It's a little technical in places.
If Gaia was designed to save life, why would the robots it makes attack people?
Perhaps it loves some forms of life more than others.
The derangement. The machines weren't always so angry.
True. Mostly they were docile until 10, 15 years ago.
For years, Hephaestus has been forcing cauldrons to make aggressive machines. I've seen it myself, in the cauldrons. Stalkers, Ravagers, a Thunderjaw. How could it do that? And why?
Why indeed?
Alright. Full steam ahead from Elizabeth Sobek to Margot Shen. Full steam ahead. Margot, if I doubted your brilliance in the slightest, I wouldn't have picked you as the Hephaestus Alpha. You need to stop worrying about your age and communication style. You are who you are. Have confidence in yourself. You know what you're doing. Case in point, the latest draft of your plan for the construction and stocking of bootstrap silos to store raw materials is excellent. This combined with your design for the AM Foundry core and the Foundry site selection plan add up to a comprehensive plan. It's time to start construction. One detail, consult with Iomide Aquilo before you finalize the silo inventories. Hephaestus's first task will be to fabricate the robots that will construct the waveform broadcast towers, Minerva, that will use to transmit the deactivation codes. So any exotic materials needed for the towers should be accounted for in the inventory plan. Elizabeth.
I've seen these shapes before. In cauldrons.
But of course, the birthing places of Gaia's machines.
Whoop, that's not what I wanted. Another text. From Margot Shen to Elizabeth Sobek. Simulation results. Wow, you weren't kidding about Gaia's predilection for animal morphologies. Sure, not totally unexpected given the rough natural terrain her pots will have to navigate, but I agree that there's something deeper going on here. Her designs aren't just functional. They feel almost like, well, tributes to is the word that comes to mind, as though she's already mourning their loss. And not just for the disappearing fauna of our time, but creatures from the fossil record too. References to megafauna in some of her designs. So cool. Well, whatever Gaia thinks up, Hephaestus will empower her to build. I just wish we could still be around in a century or two to see what she makes. Margot.
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office. But it's sealed off. There's got to be a way inside.
Keep looking.
More eclipse.
Careful now.
Gosh darn it. So many. Is that all? So. Nope. It was worth trying though. Mother. What? It's weird that my response, I'm just like, what? What? What do you want? What is it? you stealthing? What do you mean? In the game?
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Ebaji. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world ensuring redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries. 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. Third, the transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed. Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome, and let us begin.
Okay, you guys, I swear. Why are you stealthing? You being sneaky, stealthing. Because there's too many enemies, and I cannot take them all on head to head at the same time. Can I ask you something? I hope this doesn't sound strange, but is it hard to blow bubbles with gum? Depends on the kind of gum. She sounds like she's about to say, or why does it sound like a scientist for Shadow the Hedgehog? Shadow the Hedgehog? Sonic the Hedgehog? She sounds like she's about to say, I'm making the ultimate life form. Why would blowing bubbles with gum be hard? I feel like you thinking that she sounds like she's from Sonic the Hedgehog? Is that what you meant? Are you talking about, did you actually mean Shadow? Is it? I think it's just the accent and you're being racist. If it's regular chewing gum, it is a lot harder to blow bubbles, but if it is bubble gum, it's easier. But even with regular chewing gum, it's not that hard. I don't even know if I have any bubble gum around here. Or not bubble gum. Sometimes I buy chewing gum, but I don't know where I put it last time I bought some. Oh. I know Shadow is from Sonic, but what do you mean she sounds like a scientist for Shadow the Hedgehog? Anyways, I'm gonna read this text file. Encapsulated DNA from Samina Abajad. I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry. To Elizabeth Sobek. Encapsulated DNA. And the winner is Encapsulated DNA. Over the past 10 days, I performed an exhaustive review of data storage solutions. Magnetic, optical, quantum, even that eternity tech that FAS was shilling a year or so ago. But every other solution has one or more fatal shortcomings. Too heavy to transport, too missive to install in the allocated space, too power-intensive over the centuries, too prone to failure past 300 to 400 years, etc. Encapsulated DNA will easily hold the 40-plus zettabytes we're projecting for Apollo. There are still many details to finalize, of course. To start with, we need to select the inert material in which we'll embed the molecules, already testing 16 candidate materials, as well as design and fabricate the power systems and sealed reliquaries that will keep the DNA at negative 18 degrees C for 1,000 plus years. So long as I assure you that it didn't factor in to my decision, may I confess that I deem it entirely fitting, indeed proprietous, that we will be using the very building blocks of life to preserve human knowledge from mechanized extinction. It's not just ironic, but heroic life as the hero, beating back the forces of oblivion. In any case, much to do. Until next time, peace be with you, Samina. Okay. What were you saying? Within the Sonic the Hedgehog universe, Shadow the Hedgehog was created in a lab through genetic engineering as part of Project Shadow. Okay. Oh, okay. One of the scientists on the Shadow Project. Project Shadow. By Professor Gerald Robotnik, aiming to cure his granddaughter Maria's illness. The lady sounds like she's trying to help make Shadow. IDK, it sounds like it to me. I think you sound racist. I think it's just the accent, and you... I don't actually think you are racist, but I think that's why. What it's boiling down to. From Samina Abjad to Lisbosobic, Apollo update. Over the past 2 months, the full benefit of our procurement of a copy of the Homer archive from Far Zenith has made itself known, and as a result, all of Apollo's key deliverables are on schedule. Apollo has already surpassed 40 million discrete data entries and continues to grow. The physical science modules are effectively complete, with soft science modules close behind. World history, cultural data, and media archives are also on schedule. Language preservation is wrapping up a bit ahead of schedule. Due to falling short of our goal to preserve 4,500 languages, I suppose the tragic early loss of Papua New Guinea doomed that goal from the outset, with attendant curricula development about to begin. Speaking of the heuristic curricula, they are performing well in testing, with children and adolescents demonstrating high levels of engagement with and trust in the Aristotle and Aspasia personae. Personally, I find them highly engaging, especially when they debate. I wish half my professors had been so entertaining. Peace be with you, Samina. Why would it be racist? It ain't be the accent to me, it's the stuff she'd be talking about. And it's the combination. But, yeah, maybe. I don't know. There's also a guy way back there.
All of this lost. The ancients' greatest gift to us.
Greatest? How about the fact we exist at all?
To abide in ignorance is a curse, Aloy. You of all people should know that.
Wanted to shoot his sick. Maybe I watched too much.
That was close! Ow! Oh.
Come on.
Fire! Oh.
There we go.
I'm not here.
Just watched a little too much Sonic lately. You think so? There we go.
I see him.
Oh, well, I already killed your buddy. There we go. Easily picking them off one by one. Okay. It's mostly just the guy with the gun. And then... oh, he's also a heavy. Elite sniper.
Where's that shot from?
Dang it! Just barely out of reach. There we go. Oh, what?
That's the last of them. Alone once more.
Okay.
In what should have been a cave of wonders.
No, I don't want that. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Oh, let me pick up this mess.
No room.
Oh, there's a...
Dr. Sobek, please archive this testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentions of my name and Operation Enduring Victory. My name is General Aaron Harris. From 2060 to 2066, I served as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the highest-ranked officer of the United States Armed Forces. The tenure of my command included strategic planning and oversight of Operation Enduring Victory, a falsehood perpetrated on the civilian populations of the United States and other nations during the last 14 months of life on this planet. Before the Pharaoh Plague, I did my job and did it well. I was bold and decisive, crafty in political maneuvers. It wasn't an accident that I rose to my position and became the commander of the largest mechanized force ever assembled. But to what end? My only lasting achievement was the extinction of life on Earth. And my one redeeming act, if any, was to delay that extinction by days or weeks, by throwing more death at it. It is my hope that there will be no need for men like me in the world to come. If you are one of the people of that future world listening to this message, please know that I am sorry, and that I wish you well. Sincerely, Aaron Harris.
Welcome to Hades, Zero Dawn's extinction failsafe protocol, the ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine you're Gaia, 200 years from now, and this new biosphere growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos, a spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do, which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over. Okay, not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocate it. But you get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Okay, so if that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me extinct?
We need more data.
And how does it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh Titan, getting worshipped by the Eclipse like some kind of god?
I'm learning as you are, Aloy. Keep searching.
Hades Protocol. Tate here, just popped 3 blues, but I earned it. Finally figured out a Goldilocks solution to Gaia's rather extreme executive authority. If that ain't worth 10 to 12 hours of dream time, what is? Before this, every usurpation protocol I designed failed in simulation because it was either too hard or too soft. Too hard and it degraded the Gaia core. Sure, it pried her figurative fingers off the figurative driving wheel so Hades could take control. But by breaking her fingers, sometimes her arms too. So that couldn't fly. Everything depends on Gaia taking control back after Hades has done its business. So I had to find a solution that didn't leave Gaia any worse for wear. Too soft, and Gaia only pretends to relinquish control. In simulation after simulation, Hades would take command of the terraforming system and reverse operations, only to have Gaia lurk in the background, quietly reversing processes and falsifying telemetry to hide its interference. Sneaky, I swear. Ain't nothing Gaia wouldn't do to keep life going. So even when it's just simulated plant life, turns out the just right solution is to isolate Gaia in a protective code shield, preserving its integrity, then unseat it from command position so Hades can slip into the figurative captain's chair and work its magic. Those blues are coming on strong now, so I'm not really describing it so clear, but pretty sure it'll work. Yeah, those blues are plenty strongs. Guess it's time to sleep in bed. Back to it tomorrow, alligators. This guy. Okay, what's there? One here. Noise complaints. Right. From travesty to Elizabeth, so bad can noise complaint. Color me confounded, Lizzie. Bashcore? Anyone who says old TT codes to Bashcore is straight up lying. And you know it. Old Trav don't have no truck with commercialized razzle-dazz. Nuh-uh. Heck, I'd rather guzzle a liter of Ciderum runoff than listen to Gray swarm for 30 seconds. Hand to God and swear on my mama's grave, and she was religious. Nah, that ain't Bashcore blasting the Hades lab, shaking the walls, rattling folks' teeth. It's death metal, girl. Classical music. 80s and 90s mostly. Got me some Dutch deathcore, some Japanese gore grind, some Swedish cannibal themed stuff too. Stop by if you wanna listen. Or heck, just come within 50 meters of the lab. Ain't no bashcore you will see, or hear rather, in the screech that rends the air, and feel in the throbbing pulse of the floor and walls and ceiling, swallowing you up like you was Jonah trapped in the gullet of gothic deathfish. Hallelujah! As for those requirements to turn it down, no can do, Lizzie. This is how I code. Turn down my death metal? Might as well give up stimulants, chocolate malts, and industrial accident vids. Last I heard, we was supposed to be coding Hades down here. Am I really supposed to code an extinction protocol without death metal to inspire me? Nah, I don't think so. Stay cool, Trav. But, okay. One more. Archive abuse. From Samina Abjad to Travis Tate. CC Elizabeth Sobek. Subject: archive abuse. Mr. Tate, this mail concerns Apollo archive submission. Quadruple 02387 6. Your 666th submission in just 5 days. And oh, what a doozy. Despite earlier warnings, inappropriate materials, you chose to submit 365 holographic remasters of acknowledged classics of extreme exploitation cinema. Allow me to thank you on 2 counts. 1, for giving me the pleasure of rejecting your submission, thereby consigning your favorite Eastern European torture flicks and their ilk to the dust heap of oblivion. It truly warms my heart to know that I have saved future humanity from the ordeal of experiencing not just 1, but all 16 installments of Making a Millipede. Don't worry, the Pasolini material has already been preserved. Extreme, perhaps, but art. 2, for clarifying a concept that has so long been ambiguous and ethically fraught for archivists such as myself. The definition of obscenity. You have freed me from the subjective quagmire embodied in Judge Potter's famous utterance, "I know it when I see it." Thanks to you, I can now apply a single objection criterion. If Travis Tate submitted it, it's obscene. Accordingly, I have directed Apollo staff to summarily reject all of your future submissions, sight unseen. Perhaps you might invest the time you would have spent preparing further submissions on, I don't know, your assigned work. We have a world to save, after all. Or the rest of us do, anyway. Dr. Samina Abjad. This is actually very important stuff to be reading.
Looks like the only way onwards.
Any eclipse? No.
Welcome to Eleuthia, the crown and king of Gaia's subordinate functions. For it is by Eleuthia that the human race will continue to exist. I am Patrick Brochard-Klein, the Alpha in charge of this program. Now let one thing be perfectly clear from the outset. Eleuthia is not a genetic engineering project. Our goal is to preserve the human genome, not alter it. A snapshot of human genetic diversity, literally frozen in time. The genetic quintessence of our species, unmodified. Under my watch, our activities and initiatives will comply with the 2034 clone provisions and the 2048 Rally Accords. Now that may seem a quaint, even trivial concern to you in light of present circumstances, but as one of the authors of the Accords, it is far from trivial to me. The practical challenges before us are staggering in scope and complexity, but not insurmountable. No. Global collation and provisional storage of zygotes, perfection of exogenic technologies, design and perfection of servitors to provide nurture and inculcation during early child development. All of these program components must and will proceed in tandem. To say nothing of the breakneck construction of cradle facilities at sites around the world. So, si vous êtes prêts, let us begin.
Okay. FZ Chambers. From Patrick Brockhart Klein to Elizabeth Sowick, FZ Chambers. The etogenic chambers arrived 2 days ago. I can't do his accent. I think I could try, but I have a feeling it just would feel really bad trying to do it. I don't know if I'd feel like I was bordering on racism, but I'm not really sure what kind of accent is that. Then it's so hard because it's like that's how the character is. I feel like I should do the accent when reading. The etogenetic chambers arrived 2 days ago. I spent the last 36 hours examining them and poring over technical documentation. What about racism? Trying to do certain accents can feel a bit racist trying to do them. But yes. There's a revelation astonishing. I don't know what you had to give Far Zenith in trade to get these chambers, but it was worth it. In a single leap, their embryologists have vaulted past 50 years of technological shortcomings. The risks of ECMO resolved, nutritional delivery resolved, hormonal stability resolved. 12 other risk areas resolved. Before I examined these chambers, I considered the Odyssey to be a fool's errand. But if the rest of FC's technology is at this level, well, a human colony around Sirius doesn't seem so impossible after all. Mass fabrication of the chambers will present a number of challenges, but I'm confident they can be resolved. I'm going to rest for a few hours, then get back to it. Expect a fabrication plan within 48 hours. PBK. That's the most closest I'll get to that, trying to do that accent. But it wasn't too bad. It still had a bit of the mannerism, spacing of words and stuff, without feeling overtly racist. Cradle sealed. Cradle from Patrick Brockhart Klein to Elizabeth Silbeck. Subject, cradle sealed. Ethusia 01 was successfully sealed before the swarm advancing across Xinjiang province could detect it. Ping back from crucial... Now I lost what I was, Why didn't you want to work in fast food? That was such a random question. What? Who says I've never worked in fast food? Regards, or getting back from crucial systems is good for our maiden voyage a success. Regards my dispute with the betas over zygote selection. Of course, I understand we have limited overhead to run simulations of gene flow in our future humans, but we can all agree there is margin for refinement in future cradle populations. Donc, in addition to personally overseeing completion of the Eleuthia 02 site inside Mount Namuli, I will formulate and propose a modified zygote selection plan within the week. PBK. I think I lost what I'd had, but that's fine. I'll just read it. Cradle servitor. From Patrick Brockhart Klein to Elizabeth Sobek. Subject, cradle servitor persona. Sorry to ask these questions. I hope I'm not bothering you. It was very random. Why are you asking about fast food? Jobs. Development of the artificial persona for cradle servitors. Nurturer, disciplinarian, healer continues at a good pace. We are targeting Turing 0.4 for these constructs. This should allow low-grade empathy and limited improvisation without undermining adherence to codified behavior sets. The stimulus-driven switching of persona, however, is proving to be a greater software challenge than anticipated, especially concerning our entrenched feedback loops between the disciplinarian and healer persona. I have also attached the reports from an incident where a servitor running the mother persona intervened on a disciplinarian servitor's behavior. A parental argument, if you will. Amusing on first glance, perhaps, but deeply concerning. I have attached a comprehensive plan for correcting these interactive protocol shortcomings in just data corrupted. I remember you talking about them when I first talked to you on here. I don't remember talking about fast food. I guess it's possible. I don't remember anything of the sort. Okay.
Cradle facilities. Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
She did.
All Mother Mountain. It was one of them?
There's only one way to be sure.
The hatch wouldn't open. Something about a corrupted Alpha registry. I need to search Elizabeth's office.
Oh, is that where we are right now? I'm so lost. Okay.
Looks like it used to hold something. Some component that got removed.
That would benefit from antilopine morphologies. though caprid forms show superior load-bearing capability.
You're a quick study, Gaia.
Dr. Sobek, as I have conducted this comparative analysis of mammalian morphologies, I've gathered extensive data on the quaternary extinction event.
Oh? And your assessment? Gaia?
Logically speaking, the extinction was a natural consequence.
And yet,
I find the loss of megafaunal species unaccountably sad. That they passed forever into oblivion causes me to experience a grief that is difficult to describe. Am I malfunctioning?
No, Gaia, you're not. This is good. It's very good. You will undergo a brief period of unconsciousness during relocation to Prime and final instatement.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
When you're back up and running at the new site, we'll bring the subordinate functions online and see where we stand.
Elizabeth, I detect distress. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I realize that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped, but all subsystems are operational. The odds stand in our favor.
But what if... Gaia, there's nothing left out there. You can't even survive unless you're wearing an environmental suit. There are billions dead, in fear and agony. What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth, extinction was inevitable. Thanks to you, life will have a future.
You really believe that?
I believe in you, Elizabeth. In you, all things.
Pure logic won't cut it, Ted. To pull this off, Gaia's going to need to have some skin in the game. It has to care.
What if it runs amok? Have we learned nothing from our mistakes?
Your mistakes, I think you mean?
All I'm saying is give it a kill switch.
She was just born, Ted. I'm not gonna put a gun to her head while she's still in the cradle.
You talk like it's a child. What if it becomes a monster?
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
Of course, Gaia, go on.
I'm sorry to contradict you, but Mr. Farrow's argument is sound. At this point, the development of my psyche is not entirely predictable. To ensure preservation of life, a hardwired override is, I believe, a necessary safeguard.
There. Satisfied, Ted?
Jeez, Liz, just do what it says.
Okay, I need to find a way in there. Oh, okay. Odyssey has failed. From Elizabeth Sobek. To all alphas, Odyssey has failed. Oh, some terrible news, I'm afraid. Far Zenith has informed me that the Odyssey mission has failed. Last night, telemetry indicated a catastrophic antimatter containment failure as the drive spun up to depart the solar system. The ship, its crew, its cargo of zygotes and seeds, its alpha build of Apollo, all were lost. Zero Dawn is now the only hope for the continuation of the human species and earthly life. We must succeed. Elizabeth.
Forget about traveling light.
Artemis status. From Charles Ronson to Elizabeth Sobek, Artemis status. It's coming along, lists. I'm positive about it, but those words can still mean anything. Had my sleeves rolled up negotiating with frozen zoos for their samples. So many species trapped in ghoulish hologram dioramas, suspended in what-ifs. More than 14,000 that went extinct between 2000 and 2024. We've started mapping out primary succession, selecting the pioneer organisms for a balanced and sustainable biosphere, microorganisms and insects, rabbits and hawks, foxes and wolves. Thousands more will have to wait their turn until our new generation can be entrusted with the duty of restoring them, so they can return to a world that, this time, will understand the concept of conservation before it's too late. There's already been too many too lates. We lost a whole collection team during the swarm breakthrough in Myanmar. The samples we lost were, well, irreplaceable. But thanks to you, Liz, the circle of life will bend, not break. The Earth was a lifeless rock before, and someday it will be again. But not now. Not like this. Not on our watch. Ronson. Oh, let me go around.
The Alpha Registry master file.
Intact?
Yeah. No signs of corruption.
Then what are you waiting for? Copy the file.
With this, I can restore the registry at the hatch inside Allmother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Where I was born. Maybe who gave birth to me.
Who? Are you really so naive? There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy, who are the creation of a machine. But what kind of machine and why? Why were you created?
Eclipse.
You need to get out of there. What you found is too valuable. You're too valuable.
Yeah, he cares more about the file, though. Maybe. I don't know.
Still alive.
Yes, Helis.
Good. I have a more suitable death in mind for you, child. My entire life, I've always known one thing with prophetic certainty. That I was destined for glory as a great champion of the sun. Even when Jiran was murdered, even when Meridian fell, I never doubted my destiny. Until you came along. When I heard that you had survived, a doubt took root in my mind. As sure as the sun rises and falls each day, those I am bade to kill die. And yet I failed. How? Why? With each dig site you attacked, each loyal soldier you killed, this pestering doubt grew. I kept thinking of the moment my knife pierced your throat. One twist, a simple tug of the blade, and you would have bled out. In slaughter, I am a practiced hand. So why hesitate? Why fail my destined purpose?
If you're gonna go on babbling like this all night, could you just kill me now?
Oh no, we're in no hurry, you and I. Not now.
Maybe some physical torture to distract me from your voice?
At that moment, on the mountain, I aimed to kill you with dispatch, and yet did not. Why? This failing troubled my thoughts, haunted every step. It was only when I captured you, down in that place, that I finally glimpsed the sun's design etched at length across the course of events. You were meant to survive that day on the mountain. Meant to interfere at dig sites and kill my men. Conversely, I was meant to capture you. Here. So that you might die as a sacrificial offering to the sun. Everything as it was meant to be. Predestined and preordained.
Some destiny. You're following orders, not some grand cosmic design. You're a puppet, with Hades yanking the strings, a pawn pushed around by larger forces. It'd be laughable if there weren't so much killing involved. Hades is an ancient machine, not the buried shadow of Karja myth. It doesn't care about Meridian. It wants to kill everything and everyone. And you are its dutiful slave.
I serve not the buried shadow, but the sun in shadow. All halves of nature joined to one cause. Shadow to sun, dark to light.
Do you really not hear how ridiculous that sounds? You've gone from serving an insane homicidal Sun King to an insane homicidal machine. You're moving down in the world, not up.
I'll remember those words as I watch your corpse burn. Whatever's left of it. You fail to grasp the point. As surely as you've been conquered, so has all doubt. And with certainty of belief comes unstoppable force.
Then open this cage and put your faith to the test. See if things work out like you expect.
The circle has closed. Every element is in its proper place, exactly where it belongs. The errant beast, now caged, will serve her true purpose. A sacrificial animal. Oh, speaking of sacrifice, I forgot to tell you. After you crashed the Eclipse network, I sent messengers into the east to rally the forces there and mount an invasion of the sacred land. I ordered every Nora killed. I was hoping to catch you there, but alas, it all seems to have been unnecessary.
Why butcher dozens of innocents for no gain? It's a waste of effort.
You're right. I won't even be there to enjoy it. In any case, I couldn't recall the order even if I wished to. Thanks to your destruction of the network, communication over distances is impossible. You not only doomed yourself, but an entire tribe. Do we not see the scorching judgment of the sun in these events? Your focus, such a powerful device, isn't it? And yet, so fragile. So you see, this time, I did not hesitate. The knife has already been twisted. Karja faithful, rejoice! Our years in shadow are over. A new dawn trembles on the horizon. A new day soon to break. And when it does, the false Sun King will be dead, and Holy Meridian ours once more. In this, I have become an instrument of prophecy. All halves of nature join to one cause. Shadow to sun, light to dark, night to day. Behold!
Oh, what fun.
Hold your seats! Can you not see the proof of the sun's blessing before your eyes?
Nope.
How else could shadows such as these prowl in broad light of day? Were they not approved by the sun and joined to our cause? Many years ago, to consecrate this great ring, the Radiant Turan ordered many faithless, crushed beneath the hooves of the behemoth. Mighty is the behemoth in the eye of the sun, but it is mightier still, infused with the power of shadow. Let this one, who schemed and slithered, be the first to die. Let her be the first of thousands!
Oh no, it's the end! Nobody's come to save us!
I'll never beat that thing without weapons. All my weapons are up on the platform. There's no way out of this ring. Maybe I could use its strength against it. Getting ready to charge. Ugh. I wasn't built to take a behemoth's charge either. That pillar's weak. Another hit, and that pillar will come down.
There we go. What? Oh, come on, come on, come on.
It's down.
Okay. Had time to put on all her armor.
Hey! Guess who got her weapons back? Now you're just a big dumb target. Come and get it! Those components on the sides of its head. They've got something to do with these lift attacks. on its belly. Looks important.
Oh, I don't have my... Oh. Ouch. Dang it.
Running low on ammunition. Freeze canister on its hips. Cryo arrow should set it off.
Cryo arrow. What is a cryo arrow? That's not what she said. What is a cryo arrow? Green holder. Sleeves, canister. Do I want... Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no.
Gotta check the machine carcasses. They might have parts.
Oh my gosh, I just can't with this right now. thought you were saying something about a cryo arrow, and I don't know. What is a cryo arrow?
Hey! Guess who got her weapons back? Now you're just a big dumb target. Come and get it!
Either I can focus on it and not see where I'm running, or I can see where I'm running and not see where it's coming at me.
Those components on the sides of its head. They've got something to do with his lift attacks. Canister on its hips. Cryo arrows should set it off. I can use.
Parts do I think I need?
Running low on ammunition. Maybe those carcasses have parts I can use. That canister on its belly looks important.
Some fire damage going on.
Silence!
Yeah, what does your Sun King think about that? He's not the Sun King, but...
shadows. Kill her. Kill her!
Why leave it to them? Come get me yourself!
Guess who it is? Guess who it is? Guess who it is? Oh, hey, look! He's a real person. I'm starting to think that he's just like an AI, you know, right?
Silence.
Is this the end? No, not even. This is like midway.
Traitor!
There's at least one other like full facility that I need to explore before even going to fight
So you're here.
Hades.
Really here. You risked your life.
Of course I did. If you'd been killed, the Nora Sacred Mountain would never have given up its secrets.
Too bad you wasted your time then. Helis destroyed my focus.
I pick at my hair all the time.
And the Alpha Registry with it.
Not at all. The whole time I've been monitoring your focus, I've duplicated every data file you scanned. Installing that data to a new focus was trivially easy. Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
You're really good at making it impossible to like you, Silence. But I guess I need this.
It's time to see where you were born. Maybe you'll even learn why.
Yeah. Meet the machine that birthed me into this world. Isn't that how you put it?
I'll be off.
Wait.
Yes?
How'd you find me? You can override machines. Helis recognized you. Yes, let's go with this
Helis recognized you back in the Sun Ring. You told me that you'd assisted the Eclipse. Not that you knew the man who killed my... who almost killed me.
So now you know. The man is a serious threat. So let's do all we can to make sure that he and Hades don't succeed.
Right.
Come on.
How did you track my location when I wasn't wearing a focus?
Really, Aloy? It doesn't take a genius to surmise that Helis would throw you into the Sun Ring at high noon. I wore out 2 striders getting here in time, but I did. Now be on your way.
Strange. Did my thing come unplugged over there?
Since when can you override machines?
Ever since you discovered the technique. I had to destroy a corrupted to obtain the necessary parts, of course. But your example showed me how to do that as well.
Such a very random question.
Yet another benefit of monitoring your activities through your focus. Truth be told, the underlying logic of the technique isn't so different from rites practiced by Banuk shamans. Though, of course, far more advanced.
Great. You're welcome, I guess.
Did you like the swing set when you were young? I used to go on them all the time. I would be in my own world and have music in my head. I love swings. What is this about when you were young? I still love swings. I don't go on them often. I was always upset that my, grade school did not have a swing set. Because they were like, thought it was too easy for kids to get hurt. That's with any playground, though. You got monkey bars and all this other stuff. Like, yeah. But they're like, oh, swing set is where the kids get hurt. I don't know if that's true. But, yes, I like swings. I don't have, music in my head, but it's very Smoothing, just swinging. Anyways, I've got to help the Nora.
I'll be on my way. To make matters worse, Helis ordered an Eclipse detachment to attack the Nora Sacred Land. The tribe's already weak. They won't stand a chance. You should come with me.
Well, absolutely not. I have preparations to make elsewhere.
What kind of... Why do I bother asking? You're not gonna tell me.
When the time is right, I'll be in touch. I'll contact you later. In the meantime, should you need to return to Shadow Carja territory, I brought armor to conceal your identity.
You think of everything, don't you?
One of us has to. Aloy, when you were recovering the Alpha Registry down in the Zero Dawn bunker, I was needlessly cruel. For your sake, I hope there is someone waiting there for you inside the mountain. Not a one, but a who. Yeah!
I'm gonna, like, conceive it for a moment. What would that feel like? To realize that you were not birthed into the world, that a machine created you. I'm not sure I could even begin to try and think about it. What was that floating in the air? I'm trying to think. I was gonna save and call it a night because I need to like shower and stuff. And Tuesday we'll continue on to this Nora Sacred Land.
Hardy little plant. You'll
That's
help.
not what I was trying to do. How do I dismount again? I just don't ride machines enough. There we go. That was just a quick save. Yeah, I take showers in the night. I always have because, well, it started because my hair goes like so poofy. But like that happens after I brush it as well.
Damn,
but
dust.
Like, to sleep on my hair. That's not what I wanted. I'd sleep on my hair because it goes poof. Yeah, this looks terrible. Although I guess it might have enough weight on it now that it doesn't poof as much, but I always sleep on it to remove any mass volume. That did not look good. But yeah, it's just a habit now. My ring light went out, but I think it's because my other cord must have come unplugged from the thing. Huh. Okay. What? Have you only had... Did you mean put one partner? Such an odd question to be asking me. Why would you ask anybody that? Why does that even matter? I'm sorry. It feels like one of those like guys caring about a girl's body count, but I'm like, don't think wrong of me. No, I just think wrong of all men. That's not true. There's plenty of guys out there that are fine, decent human beings, but a lot of them are like focused on the wrong things way too often. There's a lot of guys who view women as objects instead of subjects. Subjectively, the We're all different. Women are not all the same. And I don't just mean that, you know, we have different body counts or we look different. We have different interests, different hobbies, a lot of different things. Some women like sports, some don't. Some like being romanced, some don't. Some like to watch reality TV, and some don't. Some like crafting and stuff like that, some don't. Some like are very, very into makeup and how they look. Some aren't. There's no one. It's even internally. How do I explain? Some people are a lot more emotional. Some are more detached. Not all women are the same. But no, I've dated a multitude of guys. But we're not gonna go into how many. But no, it has not been only one. Sorry if that breaks your heart. No white matters. Although a lot of the guys that I've dated, I pretty much regret, and I'm like, a lot of it was low self-esteem, and a guy liked me, and I'm like, that's enough for me, instead of actually finding a guy that I like in return. But then a lot of times it was like they didn't even like me, they just want a girlfriend, and they think that all girls are the same, or they just want a girl for sex. And it's like, there's plenty, if you just want a girl for sex, there's plenty of girls out there that are probably down for that. You don't need to lie to a girl that's not looking for that. I guess that's part of the thrill for some, though. Yeah, I've had only one GF, and it wasn't an intimate one because her parents were so controlling. Didn't want her to be on her own. How old are you? I don't remember if we've asked that, or if that's something that you're like not wanting to talk about. But I don't know if you... Oh, 41. Oh. Sorry, I'm not judging. I'm not judging. Not judging. It's just not often that... How old were you at the time? And how old was she? Her parents were controlling and didn't want her to be on her own. How old was she at the time? Oh, this is back in 2012. Okay. So you were 31. How old was she? I think your math is off there, though. You wouldn't have been 31 in 2012 if you were 41 right now. Math isn't mathin'. 29. She was 22. Okay, okay. Went for younger there, huh? Okay, 22 isn't that weird to have parents kind of like that, but it's still also like, wow. Okay then. I think I was gonna say I was gonna go shower. And then you were asking me questions, so I feel like I need to answer. This is slime, but it does feel more like a gum consistency. Does it look like gum? Yeah, but they let her younger brother do whatever they want him to do. Really, yeah. I mean, that goes with, like, the patriarchy and all that. I feel so silly ever saying the word the patriarchy. The patriarchy. But, kinda, yeah. It's sexism. Down to its core. Oh, but yeah, okay, if she was on the spectrum, was her brother on the spectrum or not? She was on the spectrum and they didn't take her to a speech therapist. She didn't start speaking until she was 5. Her parents weren't all this smart. I don't think so. That's unfortunate. But women often get neglected in that kind of sense. And they're like, oh, she doesn't need to speak. Women aren't meant to speak, especially like highly religious families. I don't know if her family was, but they'll be like, women are not for speaking, they're for cooking and bearing children. You don't need to speak for that. Okay. Yeah, I don't want kids at all, no matter what. Oh, that's unfortunate. I kind of do, but then I don't know. I get to the point of like, I don't know how well I would do with kids because like that is a full-time commitment. There's no space from them. I have no idea how I would handle that. But I love babies. They're just so cute. They're so adorable. My sister has a newborn. Well, she's is she getting close to 6 months now? She started crawling. Oh, but she's so cute. But when was she born? Maybe it's only been like 3 months, but she's so cute. I love them. They're cute little faces, and I just want to pinch their cheeks, and I'm just like babies. Aww. But then it's like, then they grow up, and that's a whole different ballpark. I'm like, I think I should just work at a place where I can just see itty bitty babies all day, every day. But, not worry about having kids myself. Just be able to see itty bitty babies. But I don't want to be a doctor. And, yeah, I don't know where I could go, where I could just see babies all day. Yeah, I have a hard time with myself. I can't imagine myself with kids. My mom is so traditional and thinks that people should be married and have kids. I don't think my parents would care if I wasn't married if I had kids. They just wouldn't want me still living at home. I don't know how they would react. I got pregnant while still living at home and have no plans to like move in with the father. They would not be thrilled about that. That's one thing that my mom has been very solid about. But it's never been a problem. I've always been very smart about not. I don't think I've even really had any scares either, so. But I always took it into my own hands and was always on birth control when I was younger. Although it helps. Does it help? I mean, I'm allergic to latex, so like if I was ever intimate with guys, it's like I had to take it into my own hands. Cause yeah, no. But I think I got on birth control before I even realized that I was allergic to latex. I don't remember now, actually, but that's why you go on birth control. Yeah. Turn my backlight on. Here we go. Since my other light's off, get some different lighting. Otherwise I'm just blue. Yeah. Yep. You seem like you still want to chat. Did you join my Discord server? I don't remember. Oh, you're Ann Darby on Discord, or was that somebody else? I don't remember. but we can continue chatting on Discord because I need to go, But yeah. Anyways, as always, thanks for watching. It's so weird. Is that a stim? Just the way that I do this. Just wave my hands so much. Well, thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I will try to do this. I don't know, magic hands. I'm still learning about stimming and other stuff. So, anyways, yeah, take care of yourselves. Take care of your beautiful selves. And see you next time.